I found a pile of shit. What's up, everyone? We got big things happening today on McNasty. We're gonna fix its sagging ass. The tender springs on the Pro XPs start to sag pretty quick, so I took some measurements. The ride height in the rear is 12 5/8 of an inch to the bottom of the tow hook, and in the front it has 14 inches to the bottom of the A-arm mount. So to correct this, we got some RZR Aid tender springs, color matched, of course, to the factory ones. I got the full set of 4, so gonna be pulling the suspension apart and changing these out, and we'll see how she sits after. As you can see here, I've already got it up on jack stands, got the wheels off, just got a little head start on that. My garage doesn't exactly have much clearance. I'm gonna compress the spring now using my nifty new tool.
Yeah, dude.
Work the collar down, take that off, release the tension. Pull the main spring off. Tender. This is what we're replacing. So on the front, that's the size difference. It's very significant. I'm gonna get all the components cleaned up and then I'll check back in with you. All right, we got the parts cleaned up now. I did run the nut all the way down. You don't have to get the old tender spring out, but to get the new one on, you definitely do because of how much more taller it is. So we're gonna start stacking it up now. Throw the tender spring on. Then we'll take the part where the name escapes me right now. We'll put that on. And then the main spring. And we'll reverse the process. Put the compressor back on and put the collar on. And she's ready to roll. No, she's not ready to roll. After we do that, according to the instructions for the RZR Aid set, we're going to bring this nut down and we're going to compress this tender spring 1 inch, and that's going to be our baseline setup until we get the machine back on the ground. Alright, that's all there is to it. Tender spring is compressed 1 inch. like what the instructions say. All we gotta do is throw it back in the machine now and move on to the rears. Alright, we're gonna pull the rear shocks out now. That didn't work out. She's out. Driver's side rear is swapped out, back on the machine. I've got the passenger side here on the bench, all torn apart. I was gonna show you guys. That's the difference on the rear tender springs. So I'm gonna get this one back together and put it on the machine, and then put the wheels back on. All right, wheels are back on and it looks ridiculous. I haven't scrubbed out the suspension yet, but I mean, it's still almost hitting my light.
Yeah, dude.
Something I haven't mentioned yet about this project. I have clearance issues in my garage. So when I got this machine, I think I had about 1 inch of clearance from the opening of my door to the roof. So tomorrow this may be a problem when I try to get it out of here. Yeah, we'll see. Should be interesting. All right, update on the tender springs. They're all in. Right now I'm just working on fine tuning them, you know, basing that off the ride height. The instructions say 15.5 in the front with 30-inch tires and a 1/2 inch lower in the rear. So right now I'm 2 inches too high in the rear and about 1 inch too low in the front. So I'm just gonna be adjusting that. And that's all with those nuts right there. So these, the front's gotta come down, rear's gotta go up. After almost an hour of going up and down with the front end, I think I got it dialed in. The front AR mounts are sitting at 15.5 right now per the instructions. Still gotta lower the ass end about 1 inch. All right, as you just saw, that's been my method. Jack it up, make the adjustments, use a tape measure, and just make sure I'm making even adjustments, set it down, roll it back and forth, and then check the ride height and repeat. It still says it's too high, but I'm gonna try driving it a little bit first and see if it lowers, because I'm making adjustments and it's not really moving. We're gonna see if this machine will now fit through this opening. I'm not confident, but we'll see what happens. Watch out, Hank. Shit.
Yeah, dude.
Shit. Well, it doesn't exactly fit. Yeah. It just rubs a little bit, no big deal. Alright, after that test ride, I measured. The front sits a 1/4 inch higher than what the instructions call for, which is fine. Based on their instructions, it gives you a 1/4 inch tolerance, and the ass end's dead nuts at 15 inches. So I'm gonna leave it here for now, and then after we do a little more intense riding, I'm gonna remeasure, see where we're at. Alright, that's it. The RZR Aid tender springs are in. Everything's adjusted. See what happens when it settles a little bit. Looks good. Definitely sits taller, obviously by the measurements, but I mean, getting in and out of the son of a bitch, you can feel it. I gotta lift my leg a little higher. And yeah, we'll see how she rides. But thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. That didn't work out. After rolling back and forth like that, the front needs to go up another 1/2 inch, and it looks like the ass end's good, so I'm gonna pull it back in the garage and do that. You guys will have to watch the roof. Comment below, let me know if I'm gonna hit. What's up? Did it clear with me in there or what?
Yeah,
Let me
dude.
know.